Alright, welcome. It's been a long time. Welcome to the Straight Edge, where I, a gay, old gay, trans guy with recovering teeth, talk to you about knives, which I love. I'm a little obsessed with. And apparently you are too, or you wouldn't be here, because I'm not all that charming. That's what my dad tells me anyway. Yeah, hi. Hi, good people. I have been struggling with bad burnout for the past couple weeks and making a mess, basically, of anything I could get my hands on. Truly, I couldn't organize, I couldn't count. I've got so much brain fog, you could sit on it. Like, it's that thick. But sit on this! I got a beautiful, beautiful blade by this maker, Enrique Peña. I mean, he didn't give it to me directly. It's just his brand. Ha 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 ha. This is the Peña Mula Tonto. Take a look at how sophisticated this knife is. Look at that. It is super, super sophisticated. It is streamlined for the gods. The M390 blade has luscious hollow point compound grind, with just a hint of recurve. Very interested in recurves right now. You know how interested I am in the dual grinds or the compound grinds. I'm becoming similarly interested in the recurve. We'll see where that goes. I just want to see how they do, how they stack up against drop point or a Tonto. The body is titanium with these very classy brown and green micarta inserts. This is just a classy ass knife, yo. This is definitely a night out at the opera kind of knife. You know, suited to my lifestyle. This is not my typical shred some bamboo through the rocky dirt companion. I do have some other sophisticated knives, but they all have EDC capabilities. Not that this doesn't, but the knives I get are rarely dainty. Even if they look a little light in the loafers. In case you're too young to know what I'm talking about, what light in the loafers means, it's 60s slang for gay, for homosexual. And by gay, I mean gay AF. Gay as, I can say it. I can say that F word, but you probably shouldn't. I've had a really humbling week. Really humbling week, y'all. I fucked up some stuff at work, which makes my stomach hurt and my anxiety soar like a rotting eagle. I don't know what that means, but that's what came to mind. I've had to throw myself at the mercy of people who are around me right now because I am so out of it. My dad reminded me, I was talking to my dad about this, my lack of memory recall and the stuff I was messing up, and he primly reminded me that my mother showed signs of dementia at my age. Thanks, Dad. So I ran to Dr. Google and did a cognitive test, which I passed fairly easy. Much like our president, I aced it. PTSD is tough, though. It's like a fog machine pumping out neurotoxins that make you dumb and nervous. So whenever anxiety gets high, my PTSD starts going wow, 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 wow. And it just makes everything really unclear. Enough about me and my memory. Knives. This fucking knife is sublime. It is really sublime. It is subtle. It is sensuous. It is going in a drawer where it will meet a peculiar variety of blades that I have been collecting. I really love this back flip. Isn't that great? It's really subtle. Talk about subtle. I also traded my WE hyphen, which was gorgeous, but it was just really too big for me. Even though I have the smaller WE hyphen, I couldn't keep it. So I just traded it for this WE Trogon. Yes. How handsome is that? Very handsome blade. This knife is a keeper, by the way. It is also classy, but robust and handsome. The texture on the titanium is really subtle and terrific for a good grip, and the action is superb. Can you see this mill? It's very, very thinly milled. Tiny. It's just comfortable without chafing or whatever. It's a dark gray. It's not black, it's a dark gray with gold lined tiny speed holes, for why I do not know, and a swooping clip. It is extremely comfortable, although the jimping could have extended out a little further than what it is. WE makes a lot of knives, and they all kind of look the same. I don't know. You know, they don't, but they all have this WE-ness about them, and they certainly all feel the same. They're very dense with a strong detent, although this one is exempt from that. It's really broken in. They tend to be shorter blades, around 3 inches, under 3.5 for sure. The Trogon is a Brian Brown design. I have the Brian Brown Raptor, and I fucking love it. I'm gonna go get it right now and show you. This is the Raptor. It's the version 3. This is very unusual for me, this kind of knife, but I love it. The handle is amazing. It's really comfortable, and it's a very interesting blade to handle ratio. It's perfect. So yeah, that made me even more curious about this Trogon situation. Also, Trogon is funny because it's hard to see. Like, the grayness of it makes it hard to see. It's like gray camouflage. You can't look at it directly. I looked up Trogon, of course, and apparently it's some kind of flamboyant bird, which is how people describe me on occasion. I do not see the connection, but perhaps it's personal to Mr. Brown. I think it's hilarious that the Trogon is a fancy bird name because it sounds like a monster from Conan the Barbarian. Speaking of Arnold Schwarzenegger, and when aren't we? Which means black egg, by the way, Schwarzenegger. Truly does. I thought Schwarze was something else entirely, which I think it is, Schwarze. Back to phallic symbols. This knife is a standout for WE. I mean, nobody ever really talked about it. It wasn't one of their big sellers as far as I know. They just make so many mid knives that don't have to be made. They should really stop pumping out knives and really focus on, just devote themselves to making superior fucking beautiful blades. This is a good knife, and I'm sure there were so many other knives that came out of WE that nobody really noticed it. It's got this terrific fuller for flipping, and like I said, the action is really nice. Let Civivi and Sencut make all your money. Let them pay the bills, baby. Civivi and Sencut are WE's under companies. Civivi is sort of their mid to low range, and Sencut is their budget range. If you didn't know that, which you probably do. Anyhow, if you want a really tough knife with a hollow ground compound that's stout on the spine and slim on the edge, that's comfy with pinstripe milling to make it wonderfully grippy, this is your blade, baby. Not a gentleman's knife, but hey, I'm not a gentleman. I'm just a weird, knife-loving, gay, trans guy with bad teeth who needs a haircut. But this knife, he is a keeper. Brian Brown, say goodbye to Brian Brown. Say goodbye to Michael Peña and Brian Brown. See you later, kids. Love ya. Boop. All right. Let's lift.